Here's 3 things I look for in an interview. Number 1, that they dress well. They take pride in how they look. This is going to be someone who's representing your business, standing in front of your customers. Number 2, I meet agents and they have this mindset, I'm going to get this pleb on my team. He's going to do all this I'm going to get him to do all the crap stuff whilst I go off and I have lunches and I show up and I go home earlier. Don't do that. If you give the most to your team, they'll give the most back to you. If you are listening to this and you are not making enough money in real estate to even make a decent income, the truth is, so you've mastered the market, but now you want to start winning for yourself. I'm Daniel Lee. Some know me as real estate's funny guy, but in the Get Keen podcast, we get down to business and explore what gets people really keen, how to get the most out of your real estate career, how to build a successful business and live the best life for yourself and your family. We'll uncover how to be hugely successful in real estate, setting you up to get keen and make the next big move in your life. All right, guys and girls, get ready to get keen. That's why you're here. You're here because you want to level up your real estate career. And today, let's set the scene. We're going to talk about a few reasons why you may not be making it to the next level in real estate. But look, it depends what level you're at, because there's a whole bunch of different levels, right? We start out, we're making nothing, then we start getting good, and then we start getting great. Which level are you at? Let's talk about a few of those. When you first get into real estate, you're making nothing. This is one of those industries where, yes, it can be so financially rewarding, but for the first few years, it's a grind and you have to get the momentum going, all right? Now, I'm going to tell you some truths that you may not want to hear. If you are listening to this and you are not making enough money in real estate to even make a decent income, so you are unhappy because you are just not making enough to make ends meet, I'm going to tell you something. It's all in the mindset, right? Doesn't matter what level you're at. It's a mindset about where you are right now. And the mindset that you've got is, the truth is you're being lazy, all right? You're being lazy. You're not getting up. You're not doing the things that you need to do every day. You've heard them. You know what you need to do, but you're just not doing enough of it, okay? When we first get in, we need to make relationships. Okay, if you're not making enough money, you don't have enough relationships in the marketplace. Okay, people will come and give you an opportunity if they know who you are, they know what you do, they know where to find you, and you have done something for them of value in the past. Okay, that's the only way you're going to get opportunities in the marketplace. And if you're not getting opportunities, it's because not enough people know who you are and know what you do, right? So you haven't done enough cold calls, you get knocked down too easily, you probably have a negative mindset, you're getting up every day going, oh, it's too hard to do this today. Oh, the weather's not good, I'll stay home. Oh, my office is too far away, I'm not going to go in today. And you're just not doing enough of the grunt work that you have to do to get opportunities. All right, this is a cold, hard truth in real estate, all right? 50% of people don't make it through the first 2 years on their own because they just don't do enough of the grind. And if you're not doing enough, you need to change your mindset right now. You need to come in every single day. You need to pick an area and you need to say to yourself every single day when you walk in the door that I am going to become the master of this area. Pick a suburb, pick an area, pick 1,500 homes. Don't focus on anything else except getting to know every single owner of every single property in that marketplace. And let me tell you, you can do it in 12 months. When I was an agent and I was 23 years old and I looked like I was about 12 and I didn't even have a hair on my chin, I was listing properties because I got out there and I did the hustle and the grind every day and I got to know every single person in the marketplace. And you know what? I lost all of the time. Oh my God, the amount of listings I lost because people were, I know, they'd tell me it was for some reason, but I know they were thinking, I'm not listening to this guy. He looks like he's 12, okay? But I got in front of so many people and I got so many opportunities that I won some. And I won enough to keep it going and I won enough to give me confidence. And once you get going, once you get momentum and you start to get a piece of that market, you've got stories to tell, you've got results to show, and all of a sudden, people who are data-driven buyers, sellers in the marketplace are going to start wanting to do business with you. Okay, so if you're not making enough business, get up every day, start thinking about your health, start thinking about your mindset, talking positively about this business, stop pointing the finger at everything around you, like, my business doesn't do enough, my boss isn't doing enough, I don't like that guy who's in my office that's calling people that are near my area. Whatever the excuse is, it's an excuse. Because I tell you one thing, I could go into any real estate business in Australia. I don't care how shit the brand looks. I don't care if the wood is falling off the walls in that business. It's ugly. It's disgusting. The owner of the business is fat, lazy, and hardly shows up. If I went into that business and I had the basic tools to do real estate, I guarantee within 12 months, I'd be making a few $100,000. Okay, because I'd get up every day and I'd just do the activities that I know I have to do to build relationships, and those relationships will eventually lead to listing opportunities. Okay, so that's the cold, hard truth. I'm sorry if you had to hear that, but if that's you, all right, you need to make a decision today. You need to decide, do I like this business, and am I going to do the things necessary to actually become successful? Because I tell you, it will get easier. But everyone starts at the same position. Every agent out there that's very successful now and now has a huge team of 3 or 4, they were once in the same position you're in now, where no one knew who they were, and they had to put in some serious grind to be able to find enough opportunities to pay the bills, to help them grow their team, and to get them to where they are now, which is in a much better place. You want to get to that place. Okay, let's talk about the next level. Let's say you're a couple of years in, all right? And I remember this clearly. I was a couple of years in as an agent in an agency, and I was doing pretty well, okay? Like, I was 25, 26. I had myself a BMW. I thought it was pretty cool, all right? I was doing way less than I could have been doing. You know why? Because I was doing it all on my own. I didn't understand what leveraging myself was. I didn't understand that I needed to grow a team if I was going to get to that next level. So I remember when I was about 26 and I was doing I reckon it was the hardest I've ever worked in my entire life. I'm not kidding, all right? When you do it on your own and you get really, really busy, you're working so hard. I was running about 15 listings on my own. You know, that's 15 photo inspections, that's 15 vendors to look after, that's 15 open homes, throughout the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. That's, 15 contracts to negotiate, looking after marketing, everything myself as well. And the agency I was with hardly helped me at all. So, that was like seriously difficult. And it's unfortunate for me at the time that I didn't have a great leader. Let me tell you something. Most jobs to a real estate agent, well, some jobs are worth $500 to $1,000 an hour. Okay, those jobs, when you get super good at them, all right, are relationship building, prospecting, and your marketing. All right. The other jobs, all right, creating contracts, letterbox dropping, some form of, doing your open homes, running your buyers. Lots of prospecting calls, lots of those jobs, and there's 100 more, all right? If you're an agent, you know all the jobs you do, all right? A lot of them can be done by anyone. They don't need to be done by you. But the mistake a lot of agents make, and the big mistake that I made, that I want to let you know, I want you to make this change if you're in this position. If you're an agent on your own and you're stuck at the same income, you have to grow your team. Okay, so the day I made that decision, and I talked to a great agent who finally let me know my issue was, mate, you've got to grow past yourself. You have to leverage your skills. All right. If you're only doing 2 to 3 hours of your day doing these $500 an hour tasks, and you're doing 7 hours of $25 an hour tasks, and there's only so many hours in a day, you're going to be capped at the amount that you can do. You're going to be capped at the amount of prospecting, the amount of opportunities that you can foster, and the amount of business that you can actually look after at any given time. So once you grow your team, what you do is you take on your day, instead of taking 7 hours of crappy jobs that don't bring in income, you become someone who does 2 to 3 times more of those $500 to $1,000 jobs. That means twice as much reaching out to your marketplace, twice as much, calling back past clients of yours that have purchased from you. All of those things that you should do, but you get too busy and you stop doing them. Hey guys, just quickly, if you're loving this content and you're a real estate agent that's already thinking what it might be like to have your own real estate business and brand, then check out the show notes. There'll be a link to our Plum Partners website where you can leave an inquiry and me or one of my team members will reach out. We help agents to create, run, and grow their own real estate business and brand so they can earn more and set up a better future for themselves. So get keen, get in touch. Now let's get back to the episode. How many people are listening to this right now who can honestly say in the last 6 months they have picked up the phone and called all the people that purchased off them 2 years ago? That was a massive mistake I was making in my business. I was transactional. I was just looking for the next piece of business. I would do that, and then I wouldn't have the capacity or the labor, resources to be able to even keep in touch with my past clients. So once you put on someone, you can get them to help you do a lot of those day-to-day tasks, and you can start building the business that you want, which is a business where you are great at service and you are great at keeping relationships going long term, okay? And then you can start to grow your business. You can move into having a sales associate, possibly 2 of those. I recommend that if you want to build a really big team. So you're tripling, quadrupling down on the amount of calls and the amount of activity that your sales team is doing in the marketplace, all right? Not only that, you can handle more. If you can do 15 on your own, you can do 40 with a team of 3, all right? If you're doing 12 open homes by yourself on the weekend, you can do 25 with a team of 3, all right? This is the position you want to get yourself in. Not only that, when you grow a team, right, it's so much more fun. Oh my God, like doing it all on your own is so stressful. But when you get a team, you can start to add breaks into your business, all right? You can have a holiday and know that your business is looked after. You can't do that on your own. You have to rely on other people in the office who may not do the right job or you may not have the support, all right? The other thing is you can train your sales associates and you can become a great leader. Becoming a leader is one of the most fulfilling things and something that's going to become, it's such a great skill. If you learn sales and leadership, you can have anything you want in life. So that's the next level you need to get to if you are an agent that is doing possibly, I would say, numbers-wise, maybe 25 to 35 deals. If you're doing 25 to 35 deals right now in a year and you're on your own, you're at capacity. Good luck getting to 50 deals. You're never going to make it. You're going to say it, but you're never going to get there, okay? Because you just can't do it on your own. You have to get help, all right? Now, let me tell you something about getting help, right? If you want to become a great leader, then you have to get help and you need to treat that person like that's someone you're going to develop into a fantastic whatever, admin, sales associate, into agent. Those people that come on your team, they need you as their leader. They're joining your team because they want to learn from you. They want to become you. They want to earn the type of money you're earning. So, a young sales associate coming on your team, I meet agents and they have this mindset like, I'm going to get this pleb on my team. He's going to do all this shit and I'm going to get him to do all the crap stuff whilst I go off and I have lunches and I show up, and I go home earlier. Okay, don't do that. All right? You need to inspire your team. If you give the most to your team, they'll give the most back to you. Okay, if you have the mindset that you're going to build this young sales associate into a fantastic agent, they will be so loyal to you. They will work harder for you. They will automatically, without you asking, they should be jumping in the back room and just making calls and going out to there and showing you their progress. You can't just have the attitude that you're going to get these people on your team. They're going to be your plebs and they're going to stay there forever, because everyone wants the best for themselves. Anyone getting into real estate gets into it because they want to make something of themselves, and you have to make something of these people. You do that and you're going to have a great team. Then there's the next level. All right. The next level is all about leadership. All right. So if you're going to take yourself from maybe 40, 50 sales to 70, 80, 100, 120 deals, these are the superstars in real estate. Okay, these are the big players. These are the 1%ers that you see and everyone says, oh, one day I might be like that. I'd love to be that. Well, if you want to become one of those 1%ers, you don't need to become just good at sales. You're already that at this level, all right? You need to become a great leader. All right. You have to be, people have to want to work for you, and not just want to work for you and then come join your team. You need to have great retention. The great agents out there, they have people on their team, and those people on their team stay with them for years and years and years. And those co-agents that work on these great teams, they end up making great incomes on the back of the marketing and the team effort to build that lead agent. All right. So it's all about building a team of young co-agents that actually believe that they are better off being on your team, with you being the lead agent, you being the, head honcho of the marketing. It's all about you. The marketing is all around you as the lead agent. But these young sales associates, they see a better opportunity for themselves being on this team, because you're going to close all the business. All right. You're the closer, and closing is easy. Closing is just letting someone know something they didn't know that they want right in front of them. All right. And getting them to understand that they need this thing. All right. You get so good at that these sales associates, they don't need to do that themselves. All they need to do is find the opportunities, get you in front of them, you'll convert the business, and you're all going to make money. All right. That's the level that you need to get to if you want to be a 1%er. All right. But don't skip ahead that too fast. First of all, get really good yourself. All right. Get yourself a sales associate, maybe 2, and an admin person, and then become a great leader. How did I become a great leader? Look, I don't even know if I'm a great leader, but I've got some skills in leadership because I've trained, I've got coaches, I've had mentors, I've read a lot of books on leadership, and I know that if I just do whatever I can to help my team be the best people they can be, it comes back to me. All right. If you're looking to hire someone for your team, don't be afraid of making a mistake. All right. I made so many mistakes of getting someone on my team who seemed to say all the right things in the interview. All right. The interview is very, very tricky. You can get it wrong because people these days, they know what to say. They know what to do in an interview to look good. They just need to show up on time, look good, say the right things. You're like, yeah, this person's going to change my business. And then all of a sudden, you've got them in your business, and they're showing up late. They're not putting the effort in. They've got a negative mindset, all of the things that you don't need in your team. All right. And that's what happens to a lot of agents when they go and hire their first few sales associates. They might get one. It doesn't work out with this person. They let it go. They do it again. It doesn't work out with the second one. And then all of a sudden they say, you know what? It doesn't work. I'm better off on my own. And sales associates don't work for me. Guys, you're never going to always get it right the first time. It's really hard to find amazing people, all right? The fact of the matter is more than half of the people out there you wouldn't have on your team. They're shit, they're lazy, their mindset's wrong. You don't need them. You need great people on your team, and it's hard to find. So don't give up if you found one bad person and then you think you're better off on your own. Because in the long run, you want to grow a proper business, you want to make as much money as you can, you got to have great people by your side helping you through that journey. Here's some red flags if you're ever hiring someone to be on your real estate team. All right, if you're in the interview and this person is completely bad-mouthing the previous agency they were in, not just a little bit, but on and on and on, this person, I didn't get along with this person, my boss was shit, all of this negative stuff. And then they go and big note themselves about everything that they did. This is a very narcissistic attitude, and this person's probably the problem, okay? The second thing is, if your person calls in sick in the first 2 weeks and they're not really goddamn sick, all right, that's a big red flag. All right, even if they are sick, they should still make their way to the office, show you that they're sick, and then get sent home. Here's 3 things I look for in an interview. Number 1, that they dress well. They take pride in how they look. This is going to be someone who's representing your business, standing in front of your customers. And if they don't make a huge effort to show up to the interview, dressing well and making some effort, that's a big red flag for me. Number 2, ask them some questions about your business. Let's see if they even went to the effort to look up what you guys do. I've had people in an interview that didn't even know how long our company had been around, the areas that we sold real estate in, this person isn't that interested in our business. They just want a job. Number 3, if I'm not desperate to fill that position straight away, I always wait a few days and see if that person reaches back out to me to say, hey, any update on the position? I'm really keen. All right. To me, that says that this person is super hungry. And we're in the real estate business. That means we're in the prospecting business. We need to reach out to people. We need to have thick skin, and we need to not be scared of a bit of rejection. So if I see those 3 things in an interview, geez, it's going to be hard to say no. Now, if you're listening to this, if you've got to the end of this episode, it's because you want to become the very best person you want to be in real estate, and you want to become a better leader. All right, there's so much content out there available for you to become a great leader right now. Podcasts, books, that's where I've learned the majority of my stuff, and I've always had great mentors in my corner. So you want to be a great leader? Get a great mentor that's done it themselves. Okay, that's how I learned. Shout out to Ivan Bresic, who built a brilliant real estate agency in Sydney. He has been my coach and mentor for many years. On how to become a better leader and lead a team and build an agency. All right. So if you don't have one of those, then go and get yourself one. So look, I'm going to do a whole episode in the future on how to build a team and how to structure that. That's a really good idea. I'm going to do that because that's really interesting. Because once you get to that team of 4 or 5, shit gets complicated. All right, it's not as easy as having the team of 2 or 3. That's really easy to do. You can be kind of scattered and it doesn't really matter. Once you get to 4 or 5, you really got to have systems and structures. So future episodes on that one. Chuck a comment down below if you'd like to know anything specific about running a team or leadership. I'll make an episode about it. So guys, I've touched on some of the reasons why you may not be making it to the next level in real estate. Let's get keen. Let's get out there. Real estate is the best industry you can be in. The sky's the limit for you. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning into the Get Keen podcast. If today's episode inspired you, please show your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And make sure you subscribe on your favorite platform too. Don't stop there. Join our community of forward thinkers by connecting with me on social media at Dan_Lee_Plum. I'm looking forward to exploring more strategies and insights with you on your journey to the top. Until next time, keep getting keen.